Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening.
Thank you for wading the tough Bangalore traffic and making it here on time. Really appreciate it. And welcome you all to the first meeting of this term. Thanks for acknowledging. Well, let's get started. Today is a wonderful day, a new day of the term, and we are going to bring the new XCOM committee, and we have some eminent guests with us today. And without further ado, let's get started. Here at Toastmasters, we do give a lot of importance to time, and hence it's good that we have been able to start on time. But at the same time, we also need to follow a few etiquettes. One of them is definitely what we hold as smart devices in our arms and palms. May I request you all to kindly put them on silent mode or flight mode. So the speaker on stage, 3 seconds to do that. May you all give me a thumbs up. Thank you. Moving ahead, let's refrain from moving out or in when the speaker is on stage so that we don't distract and cause any disruptions. Let us refrain from talking about sex, religion, or politics as they may offend people here in the audience. And lastly, please do wear your lovely smile all through the evening because we are going to have a power-packed session. With that, may I invite our immediate past president for the previous term, who needs no introduction, very active Toastmaster, known all through the division and district, Toastmaster Shoikat Nandi.
Thank you for this glorious introduction. Opening the meeting number 220 of Nitk Bhive Toastmasters Club. Minutes of the last meeting, that is meeting number 219. 219 is already shared in the Nitk Bhive WhatsApp group. Please give I need the acknowledgement. Yeah, got the thumbs up. We have seen a lot of guests among us, right? On which side I will start? I with the young guest first. Please introduce yourself in a brief manner.
So, good evening all. My name is Arjun and I've completed my BCom and MBA from Singapore Management Institute Development of Singapore. And I'm also a Rotarian and from Rotary Bangalore South Korea Club. Currently, I'm club secretary for this Rotary year. And when it comes to profession, I'm into this collection, in other words, recoveries for all multinational banks, NBFC, and fintech. So I'm a second generation entrepreneur. My father is the proprietor of this firm. And yeah, that's it. Brief about me. Yes, thank you.
Now we'll go by this side. Yeah, so
Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta. I joined Rotary about 2 years ago. I've been to Toastmasters a couple of times in the process of becoming a member. Rest as we go on, we join. Thank you.
yeah, that's over. All of you. Sorry, John. These are the Toastmasters. Not about you. In this 6 months, last term, or the previous term also, this is my second term as a president. I learned one thing that you cannot make happy everyone at the same time. Why that? Because every person thought process, vision, are different. Cannot, they will not buy whatever I am saying or anyone is saying. A leader is saying. So what to do? That person may be, it can be me. Because in last term, lot of difference of opinions happened between me and Ramdas. But what we did, we always kept us, the club group, before me. Maybe that time some arguments happened, but we kept the club group upfront. Always us before me. So via this process, what we have got, what we have achieved. Let's see. From the club growth point of view, we got the Diamond Award last year. Wait, we got the Early Renewal Champion Award. Yes. We got the Diamond Award. We got the Early Renewal Champion Award. And the most important, we have become the President Distinguished Club. What is President Distinguished Club? There is a program called Distinguished Club Program in Toastmaster. We are giving points for the education, for the membership growth, for the administrative growth also. So we take in every point, you can see, we got 10 out of 10 DCP points last year. And that we got in the month of March only. Thanks to Suparna Ghoshal and thanks to the full team also, ex-com team, because he was the last president in the last term. So it's a full team effort. So I'm toasting towards the ex-com team first for this club growth. A lot of things, lot of events we conducted. Like we introduced the buddy teams also, and then linkers meeting, 2 linkers meeting we did thanks to Ramdas Bhatt. One with Bangalore CA Club, one with LA 1924. We did one speechcraft also. Thanks to the ex-com team, a special thanks to Toastmaster Santosh Kejriwal for his continuous follow-up with this corporate office. We did 3 open house meetings. Right? One is with Rotary, with South Parrot, one is with CII, and one is our in-house. 20th meeting, we did one open house. 200th meeting, we did our open house meeting. Apart from that, some members are the part of area and division. Toastmaster Rashmi B was the part of division last term. I was the part of area PR last term. But we should not forget the individual achievement. Last year, 2 minutes. For the last time, I'm taking 1 more minute of you. So, individual achievement last year, 4 members completed first pathways. 1 member, Toastmaster Suparna Ghoshal, completed second pathways. 3 members got the Triple Crown Awards. What is Triple Crown Awards for the guest? If someone is completing 3 level in a Toastmaster year, that is from July to June, they're getting the Triple Crown Awards. Toastmaster Rashmi B, Toastmaster Saikat, and Toastmaster Atmika got the Triple Crown Awards. So these are the individual awards overall. So I'm toasting for the new ex-com members also, because अब तुम्हारे हवाले बतन साथियों. So you need to go ahead and keep the flame alive. You need to make the flame with fire. So over to you. Let's begin the installation ceremony. So taking forward this installation ceremony, I would like to call the Toastmaster. We called her, we called her the Bengal Tigers, Rain and Martin of the Nitk Bhive Toastmasters Club, and also known as Grammar Nazi. Please welcome with a round of applause, Toastmaster Suparna Ghoshal.
Well, good evening once again. I think we are house full with everybody coming in, and that's heartfelt gratitude for all of you to be here today for the installation of our club, and we are very proudly NITK Behaviors. We are very proud of our club, each one of us. So it is pretty interesting. Pre-COVID, I was lulled into being a Toastmaster by none other than these two gentlemen who are the founders of this club, BKK Sir and Santosh Ji. They invited me and then they literally lulled me to come, start speaking. Public speaking needs to be a nasha. You need to know how to connect to the audience, how to understand the pulse of the audience, whether you need to have a wonderful, lovely gesture, you need to be silent or whatnot. All these things somewhere, Ralph C. Medley thought about. Way back, 1905, right? Way back. We are nearly 150 years back. And it is in 1924 that the first Toastmasters Club actually came into being. That means a century of leadership skills has been percolated across the world. Today we are roughly about 270,000 people who are members of this club across 148 countries. So can you imagine the network which happens? And I do not know how many of us are into that network, but probably we can hitch ourselves into that network, provided we make a proactive effort from our own end to get into that. I do not see any unresponsive Toastmaster anywhere in Bangalore, at least. And I have been connected to Toastmasters in Hyderabad, in Bhubaneswar, in Srinagar, in Ahmedabad, and everybody says, "Hey, you are a TM." No, not at all. You are a TM. And then the conversation flows. Now, for to somebody to take that on absolutely coolly, as the word says today, coolly and calmly, and proceed with a wonderful conversation is something which Toastmasters almost nudges us into learning through its process. I'm talking about leadership. Today's theme is we before me, right? And it was so beautifully experienced by a young Suparna of roughly 24, 25 years old, when me, as a very young advertising copywriter, marched into a meeting of seniors and said that, "Hey, you people are talking rubbish, doing the same campaign again and again and again. Let's stop talking about this." So my creative director looked at me and said, "What do you want to do? We are talking fertilizer, man. Crops, that's all we can show." I said, "No, let's show an accession dog." My creative director stood up and said, "Get lost out of the cave." I said, "Okay." But something happened. And somebody from the team came and said, "Hey, come back, no, come back." I said, "Why, what happened?" No, CD is calling you back. CD is the bigger person in an agency, more than the MD, rather. So I went, I said, "What happened?" Folded hands. He said, "Okay, stress out. Let's hear your idea." And I went on to speak my idea. Then the MD was called in because it was in the year 1998, a 10 crore account, right? It was a national account. But my MD came and heard and said, "She's a part of the team. She's come out with a new thought. We before me, CD." That's the only sentence he said and he walked out. And that's how I learned that team needs to come front. If you have something in you, it will flourish. Howsoever, you just can't stop it. It will flourish. The world is a wonderful magnet of good things that you do. The world is full of good people, good human beings. We always focus towards the negative ones, but think about the innumerable amount of leaders that are making the country proud. And though I don't want to tell a politicized word, but Modi is one of them. He is one of them. We are leading the country, we are leading the world in many, many ways. There will be loopholes. We can't stop the loopholes. We are 1.5 billion people, right, to take this enormous country forward. Okay, let me move on from there. What motivates anybody to be me, we before I is the leadership thought process in itself. How do you percolate this feeling of that, hey, you are sitting in some corner, you are a new intern, or you've just joined, you're a junior, but to the corner office, you are felt and you are heard. That's the point. A small nudge, a small good morning, a call on the intercom and telling you have joined us. Wow, please be in and enjoy here. I have heard this from my son, who is interning at a huge animation studio. The first day he joined as an intern, his CEO from New York called to say, "You are an intern. Welcome to the world of animation. See what you can do there." And he was all gaga. He kept on calling me in my office. I was not able to pick it up. And then he said, "Pick up." Okay, I excused myself out of my class. I said, "Kya hua? Why CEO called me from New York? I'm just an intern." I said, "Understand the gravity of it. We speak in the night. Talk." I closed it. I felt bad. Lunch hour, I called him and said, "There's the magnanimity of leadership tools. Whosoever comes, how do you get them into the thought process, the ethos, the philosophy, the mission, the vision of an organization makes or marks an organization." Whatever said and done. This is what I have learned. All throughout my life and all throughout my life, I have had wonderful people who have helped me, make me. And as I have said in innumerable amount of my speeches in the class, in the Toastmasters Club, in my invited talks, the begging bowl is the best bowl in the world. When you don't know, mangiye, ask. I don't know, will help me. And the world is ready to help you. But if you shy away, think, what do you think about me? How can I ask? It will belittle me. You're gone. You are stagnant. You are stagnant. You are stagnant. And beautiful leaders are looking out for these begging bowls because they have become leaders by sharing knowledge and experience innumerable amount of time, and by that process they learn actually. What I have learned in my classes is learn from those youngsters. They know many, many things better than me. And sometimes I get confused and somebody says, "Can I help you?" Please, the dice is yours. I have also seen teachers who have said, "No need. What I am saying, this is right." And that's where the difference comes. That's when the shell breaks. That's when an icebreaker happens. That's when a beautiful mentor-mentee relationship comes in. And then you can take the leadership, nurture the leadership with them. So we before I. And with this, the next team of we are coming up, as our immediate past president has already said. So for this, I would like to, a very, very young lady whom we have never met, but this is the magic of Toastmasters. Somewhere we normalize, whether you are a senior person, whether you are a youngster, whether you are a college student, you are a professor, you are a CEO, you are an entrepreneur, it gets normalized only because of leadership skills and public speaking skills. And here we have a new lady with us, the area director, who is a financial person, works with Standard Charter. But the best part of the the story, she's a trekker and she loves badminton. So we have a balanced area director around us who looks at finances as well as the holistic part of the human being. Let's walk, let's play, right? So may I now welcome Toastmaster Area Director Neha Jain to do the installations. Welcome, ma'am.
For that wonderful introduction. And first of all, my apologies for being late here. I just like to blame the Bangalore traffic and the rain. So before I begin the installation ceremony and install the new set of the incoming officers, I would request all the current officers, SCOM members, to please rise up. Dear officers, you've had a successful term and you all should be extremely proud for serving magnificently in your respective offices. On behalf of the Nitk Bhive Toastmasters Club, District 92, and Toastmasters International, I would like to say a big thank you to all of you for a very, very successful term. I hereby discharge you all from the further duties and responsibilities of your respective offices. And to my audience, please give them a huge round of applause. Install the next set of officers. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart.
For a few minutes, yeah.
Now I request the elected officers to please join me on the stage. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Habib Rahman. Toastmaster Sudipta Su. Public Relations, Toastmaster Bhukaya MD. Membership, Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari. President Education, Toastmaster Santosh Kejriwal. And the President, Toastmaster Chandan Shekhar. At the gavel. So I request each officer to please hold the gavel as a symbol of leadership as I briefly describe the challenges she or he must face and the responsibility she or he must fulfill. I also request the officers to reply with I will as to acknowledge the acceptance of their role. Starting from the Sergeant at Arms. Toastmaster Habib Rahman, as the Sergeant at Arms, your responsibilities include arrange the meeting room, maintain club equipments in working order, ensure that adequate club supplies are available, lock the meeting room if need be once meeting commences, make sure that all relevant educational and PR material are displayed, attend to special equipment needs, greet guests, and help the president make sure the meeting begins on time. So, Toastmaster Habib Rahman, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? I hereby install Toastmaster Habib Rahman as the Sergeant at Arms for the 2024-25. Moving on, Toastmaster Sudipta Su as the Treasurer.
Gavel.
That's the gavel. It needs to pass on to each and every club officer. Okay, so as the treasurer, you are expected to keep financial records and prepare the club budget, announce when it's time for the members to pay dues, explain the due structure to the members, collect dues, work with the secretary to ensure that the club submits dues in time to the National World Headquarters. Toastmaster Sudipta Su, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability. I hereby declare Toastmasters Sudhir Basu as the treasurer for the program year 2024-25. Toastmaster Pratap. You should maintain an accurate membership roster. Work with the treasurer to ensure that new member applications are used to get Toastmaster International orders as soon as possible. Submit the new club officers list to Toastmasters International on time. Work with the treasurer to submit your club's semi-annual report and dues to Toastmasters International on time. Noting down attendance for online meetings. Provide the club with minutes of the meetings if needed. Toastmaster Pratap, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? Toastmaster Pratap as the secretary. Moving on, Toastmaster Bhupaya MD. Vice President Public Relations, you are expected to attract visitors to the club through free publicity. Use a variety of means to promote the club and its members in many mediums as possible, such as digital, print, and internet. Enlist your fellow club members in PR activities, providing them with promotional materials and ideas for inviting guests. Regularly recognize members' achievements with methods such as announcements, newsletters, emails, and articles that you must submit to the district bulletin. So, Mr. Bhupaya MD, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability? I hereby declare Toastmaster Bhupaya as the Vice President Public Relations for the program year 2024-25. Moving on, Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari. As the Vice President membership, you are requested to lead the club's membership building efforts, help members with any requirement during their journey, listen to their grievances, and provide emotional support if need be. Motivate the current members to invite guests, promptly give new members applications and dues to the secretary and treasurer, greet guests and provide them with membership information and application wherever applicable. Make sure each guest hears about the benefits of Toastmasters and gets a personal invitation to be a member. So, Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
I will.
I hereby declare Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari as the Vice President membership for the program year 2024-25. Toastmaster Santosh Kejriwal. Yeah. Vice President Education, you are expected to gain commitments from members to set educational goals for themselves. Assure that the club members are aware of the schedule of the meeting goals. Plan meetings that will assist members in meeting their individual goals. Work with club members to keep meetings fun and well run. Work with your members to ensure that they submit their applications for educational awards promptly. For educational topics at club meetings. Represent your club at area and district council meetings. As the second meeting officer, preside over the meeting when the club president is absent. Toastmaster Santosh Kejriwal, will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes.
I hereby declare Toastmaster Santosh Kejriwal as the Vice President Education.
Thank you.
Mr. Chandrasekhar, President of Nitk Bhive Toastmasters Club, you are the Chief Executive Officer. Thus, you preside at all club meetings and all meetings of the club executive committee. It is your challenge to see that this club adds new members of its current members to achieve their communication and leadership goals. Establish a club climate that is supportive, stimulating, and rewarding to its members. Realize that among the resources available to your commitment is towards fellow club members, office team, area director, division director, district 92 officers, and officers of Toastmasters International Headquarters. Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, you hold the gavel as a symbol of power and authority that your club has given you during your term of office. I'm confident that you will use it wisely and will restrain work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club which everyone will be proud of. Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, as a member of NITK Beehive Toastmasters Club, as well as its leaders, will you work with your executive team and club members to make this a vibrant and rewarding club this term and help every individual with honesty, loyalty, and empathy?
I will do.
I hereby declare Toastmaster Chandrasekhar as the president of NITK Beehive for the program year 2024-25. Term has team has just pledged to serve the club to the best of their ability, to be best Toastmasters club possible, and to meet the needs of all its members. Your club will need active participation from each and every member. So, do you, as members, pledge to work together with your officer team to make NITK Beehive Toastmasters Club one of the finest Toastmasters club possible?
Yes, we do.
By the authority vested in me as the area director of District 92, it is my sincere pleasure to declare these Toastmasters officers in the respective club offices. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to the NITK Beehive Toastmasters Club executive team for the July 2024 to December 2024. Wish you all the very best and thank you so much.
Well, new roles, new mantles, new responsibilities. So may I now invite our freshly minted president to give his acceptance speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Neha Jain, our area director, masters and dear guests. It's a privilege and honor to stand here and accept this position. I'm very well aware what Toastmaster Saikat Nandi and his team has taken this club to the next level. They have set the bar to a greater height. We, the program July to December 24 team, ESCOM team, promises you, Toastmaster Saikat Nandi, that we will strive hard to cross and move ahead and set a new benchmark for the coming ESCOM team. ESCOM members who have contributed immensely for the growth and for the development of this club. We, the new ESCOM team, are just like flowers, and the entire NITK Bhive Toastmasters Club is the garden. We will definitely outperform every target, every milestone which is set against us. That is the commitment which the new ESCOM members are bringing to the club, Toastmasters Club. Having said this, I would like to declare this program period as the period of change. Change for good, change for better, and change for the best. Thank you very much.
Be the change that you want to see in the world, right? Was said by none other than Bapu, Mahatma Ji. So somewhere it brings back my Ahmedabad days, right? So nice to hear that from an incoming president. I have the privilege of introducing our speaker for the evening. The first thing when I opened the LinkedIn, I was very happy to see a couple of sentences. You and BVK Rangacharya are both in three groups: brain extension group, expansion group, personal development, wellness, mental health, self-help, and self-improvement. That was the first thing which I loved when I opened your profile. It tells somewhere people think alike. You find that camaraderie within when it starts in that. But for the friends who are here, a young man in about 20 years' time scales the pyramid from the base to right to the top. I was amazed to see that 2004 he was an executive sales officer. 2024 he is the CEO of nothing less than Mercedes Benz. 20 years. I'm very sure, Ranga, as everybody calls you, and I've taken your permission that I'll call you so, uh, you would have had a lovely ride these 2 decades. You would have seen some ups and some downs, and would have been nudged in by some people, and you would have taken a lot of, what would I say, managed risks in moving it. Because I see that you are a computer engineer, technically, right? National Institute of Information Technology. That's where he's a graduate from. Okay? And from there, he moves on to get a master's degree in automotive business management from ITFI, moves on to Indian School of Business to understand and learn financial strategies, and then to IIM Kolkata, right, where he gets into business. Of course, the general management, but more than that, it is leadership and management. I think it's a 1-year course, so it should be an executive development program. Well, so I too have done these things from IIM Bangalore. Again, I find a common point with you, right? But this young man, I would still love to call you a very, very young man, because just before getting into Mercedes Benz, he was the group CEO of automotive manufacturers, where he took care of nothing less than Audi, Skoda, Renault, Ford, and BYD, the Chinese player, right? Look at the amount of automotive strategic management that this one individual possesses: understanding of the market, strategic understanding, operational understanding, marketing understanding. All these things I think are taken for granted in a person like you, those who scale these kind of ladders. And as I have been at this place for an advertising agency, and I have seen the kind of stress and pressure that it creates primarily to do people management. Then the organizational management. Then, of course, the targets and the goals and the engineering part of it, right? So, to come into a cusp of that and to crystallize and to move on to Mercedes Benz, which is a luxury brand, hats off to Ranga for doing this in just a matter of 20 years or 2 decades. Obviously, his skills would be negotiation, business strategy. These are all gaga terms, but I think it is the person within who has a hunger to excel. It is the person within who tells, I can do, let me do it, and he finds his own path. You find the water amongst the stones, it will find its own pathway out. A person who can scale this, sure, is something like you, and on the way you will have polished yourselves immensely. We await to hear you. Welcome, Ranga.
intro for me. So in fact, so kind of you, ma'am. I think I've gone through and read the entire LinkedIn profile as an employer of mine.
Best or nothing.
Yeah, best is the best of
Best
nothing.
or
Yes.
nothing.
Welcome. So first of all, I think let ma'am settle down. So let me introduce in brief about what ma'am has kind of presented to you. I have been a very passionate guy when I was young in college, but then I pursued IT. Then I realized that I like IT. So I went into automobiles, and there was no other program, there was no other university except ICFI which was offering masters in automotive business management. So that's the institute which only offers masters in automotive. That's what I did, and from then I moved to Middle East. I worked for about 12 years, and then moved on to take up an assignment with Toyota in Hyderabad. Worked as a vice president. I think I was the CEO of Toyota Hyderabad at an age of about 34 or 35. So from then I moved on to becoming a group CEO in automotive group, and then now I'm here with Mercedes Karnataka as a CEO for Karnataka market. So this is just a journey which happened to me. It's not that I aspired for it. As I kept doing every time the given role perfectly, to the best of my ability, I was able to climb up this ladder. There's no rocket science in it. It happened. It happened for me. So I wish that all the youngsters, one thing like Bopana asked me once in Rotary, that how can I become a CEO? How can one become a CEO? So I said, you keep doing your best at every stage in life, you can definitely become one day a CEO. So let me congratulate the newly formed committee with a warm responsibility to lead such a vibrant Toastmasters club. It's a club for developing the speaking skills. It's a club for developing the leadership skills. I think it's a big responsibility, and the newly formed committee, with a lot of hunger to grow, not just remain the best in the city of Bangalore and Karnataka, but also becomes the best in Bharat. Because that's what is the aspiration that we should have, to get more members and get more leaders, generated from this institute. I don't know anything about Toastmasters. Frankly speaking, I was unaware when Mr. Santosh, Rotarian Santosh ji and Ramdas ji invited me to be a keynote speaker. I said, Toastmasters, I don't know. I can just toast a bread. I don't know what is Toastmasters. That's what I told in the last week meeting as well. So when I was called here for a keynote speaker, I don't know what to speak. So I just have browsed through the Toastmasters International. So I have observed four very vital things of a Toastmaster club. The first one being servant leadership. So if you look at the title of my speech, is also on leadership with values. So what is this servant leadership? I heard political leadership, I heard social leadership, I had business leadership, I had family leadership. What is this servant leadership? So it all starts from these roles. We have got a group of people who have been given responsibility, one to keep time, one to keep the conference room ready for the speakers to come and speak, and one to keep the grammar intact, one to keep the pitch and modulation, whether it is right or wrong. And then these are the small leadership roles that you give, and then over a period of time when they master, they become a president, and then they become a vice president to take a bigger role. I think it is a platform for developing the youngsters to be the leaders. And that's the very essence of servant leadership. If you look at the mythology, we all believe in Ramayana and Mahabharata. What is Hanuman to Rama? He remained as a mentee-mentor relationship, as a servant, but then when you look at his army, he has been a leader. When he looks at the enemy gets shaken up with the power of Hanuman. So I think that's the servant leadership that I recall when I read about the servant leadership philosophy the very ethos of Toastmaster Club and the foundation of Toastmasters Club. And the second point that I understood was, the equality. See, here in this group, there are many diversified people. I think you have been from an educational sector. Mr. Santosh is from a business, JK distribution ship, and then Bopana happens to be an IT, and Neha Jain is area district what is it?
Finance, I'm from finance background.
Finance background, and we have various people from diversified profiles, and but between these four walls, you're all one. You can sit next to a CEO of the same company. You don't have the chain of hierarchy restricting you to do something best, because all of you work towards one common goal, that is, develop your public speaking skills and the leadership skills. I think that's the best element of Toastmasters Club. I think that I liked it. That's what has actually made me also grow, because I went to Middle East, where a lot of Arabs, they don't work, but then they have that inclusiveness. When I was growing, I was allowed to be growing because of my work. I think that kind of a element will certainly make a leader, upcoming leader, to quickly acquire skills and become the best. And the third one was the feedback system. The feedback system, if I am here standing in front of you as a keynote speaker, probably because of my profile, because of my designation, because of my achievements in life, because I have grown by taking the feedbacks. I think last week when I was here as a guest, I saw people giving constructive feedbacks about time, about grammar, about content, about pitch, about modulation, everything. I think that you need to have an inclusive heart to take the feedback. My family background, the peers that I work with, the teachers who have taught me, the colleagues who managed me, see, all of them have some feedback, and by taking them, essentially will make me a refined professional. And that's what is very, very critically important for becoming a leader. And then now today I'm in a position to give feedback. I know what made me accept without argument, without contradicting. And then today I know how to give the feedback. Probably that is one of the key traits for becoming an effective leader. And fourth one is the passion. A lot of people say, when I interview people, like a sales guy comes, why do you want to work for Mercedes? What is that compelling you to come and ask for a job? So I'm very passionate about, cars. So most of the times I realize over a month or so, they have come for a ration, but then they tell that I have passion. And this is very common. So because they don't have anything to say, most of the sales guys tell that I have passion for sales, I have passion for cars, I'm an automobile, enthusiast. But when you keenly look at the profile, you would have done nothing about automobiles. You would have done nothing. If people, any interview you go, why are you coming here? I have passion. So here, the people are not pulled into, they're coming voluntarily into Toastmaster Club. The people with hunger to be conquering the public speaking fear, they're coming here, and then everybody nurtures them and brings them up in becoming an extrovert, a public speaker in no time. I think this club has produced three people to do three levels in a row. I think that's what is the passion that people will come with, and then there is a platform that uplifts them and makes them the best in terms of what they have come for. And public speaking, there is a saying, if you want to be at peak, you should not be weak, but you should speak. If you're weak in speaking, then you cannot go big. Because a lot of ideas, everybody has, God has given the intellect and brain to everybody. But if you're unable to present, you're unable to convey that to the right people at the right time, the wisdom will not give you its essence. I think this forum will certainly bring in that element of being able to nurture the people, youngsters, to be great public speakers, and that's one of the innate quality to be a great leader. So talking about the leadership, I think Madam has conveyed that leader is inclusive, leader, hey, hi, you joined my organization, I'm very happy. She was very happy when she was talking about her son. I do that in my office also. I just don't limit to the team, but also to the customers. on their wedding anniversary, on their birthdays, everything, because I'll get business from them. And I get work from them, So I have to be, pleasing them. So there was a Harvard study which was published. I read this about 10 years ago, even before I became a manager. Okay, even before I became a CEO. So one of the first lessons that I learned, let me tell you the Harvard study later to what I'm going to tell you now. The first one who promoted me as a manager in the Middle East, I asked him, what made you think that I can do this? I can be fit into this role. So, what exactly do you expect from me? Okay, I was just about 25 years old then. Okay, then he said, Ranga, there is only one simple, just wait, sit here. I'll call my secretary. He called the secretary. Sujit, he's a Malayali. Sujit, please come in. Keep the phone from here to here. Just had a smile and moved the phone from right to left, left to right. Okay, thank you. Then he went. He said, Ranga, what did you observe in Sujit now? He was having a smile, an unquestioned pleasure. Okay, something wrong if it is there. And he asked me to move. Why to think more? Let me do it. And then he moved it, and then he went off the place. And then this person whose name is C. Ashok, he told me, Ranga, whether you have an acceptance or they are doing out of compulsion because you have authority, that matters the most. If you are able to get the people to do by love and by liking how you are, what you tell, what you speak to them, and then you have easy success. That means you have to be accepted as a person before your proposal gets accepted. I think the leaders today are more building on ecosystem than ecosystem. That's the underlying formula to be successful. It's not authority. It's about inclusiveness. It's about empathy rather than authority. Whether you are a participative leader, whether you are a democratic leader, or whether you are a transformational leader, you must look at whether people are accepting you or not. So if you look at Ramayana, where Rama managed the Hanuman and team, who never had the experience of winning a battle, he was directing, he was being part of the war, he took the role of the driver there. And he managed. Out of direction and support, he managed. If you look at the Kurukshetra Mahabharata, Krishna has become a strategist. He said, I will not touch the weapon, and I will not, come into the battle like I become a charioteer, and I'll be your driver. That's it. And then here he did a role of removing the cobwebs of Arjuna's mind, the thoughts. Am I doing right? Is it right to kill my own siblings? So this is somewhere, there is a different leadership between Rama and Krishna. See, the leadership is there from the time the life has seen the birth of life. Since the time there has been birth on earth of life, leadership is there. It's just that we think people are changing, situations are changing, but then it is always there. If you look at the brought up of, Pandavas and Kauravas as well, both have been from the same dynasty. Both have got trained, under the coaching of Dronacharya, who's the master of every single master of the world. Okay, but when you look at how it is perceived by these two groups, one followed the value-based leadership. Dharmaraja did not utter single untruth in his whole life till his death. That value, the value that you value in you will only build the value for you among certain people who have some value. Okay. The value that you value in you, that means the value that you value in me. Let's put it to me. I have not said wrong, I have said right. The value that I value in me will build the value for me. Not with everybody, but somebody who has some value. Let us put it more simply. See, Dharmaraja, as the eldest brother of Pandavas, has followed the value of being truthful. Let the whole world, go of me. I pledged everything. My family was insulted. I have been, sent to the forest, but still I did not leave because my word is word. I told If I'm defeated, I'll follow your instruction. He followed. Bhima was having 1,000 elephant strength. He would have smashed everything there itself. But then he followed the dharma of believing in his brother, following him. And then he went back, waited for the time. Arjuna, being a warrior, an archer, world's best archer, he waited for Krishna, being a disciple of Krishna, with a lot of love. Krishna embraced him, and then he knows that I should not put a step forward until I have my mentor's clearance for me. And Nakula and Sahadeva have also followed. If you look at on the other side, Kauravas have been having the lavish luxuries of life. They have palacious bungalow, enormous servants, but then are they able to sleep well? They always have the fear to send some obstacle to Pandavas wherever they are. So this is the difference between leading by value, leading by eroded value. So Duryodhana had feedback system again. Duryodhana didn't have the acceptance for the feedback. Bhishma was there. Every single warrior, every single person whose feedback is utmost valuable, in spite of they all being giving feedback, he did not take. And what happened at the end? They've been smashed in the battle. So the eroded values and values, positive values, are supposed to be installed as a kid, as an youngster, before you become a leader, before you take up a leadership role. You need to identify what is that one value that I must not miss, I must not neglect. Come what may, let the whole world go anywhere, but then I will stick to my value. That's what I believe in. Because that value will make me valuable and my mission valuable. And my people will admire me, my people will follow me because of that one value that I undertake in my life from life. So now let me differentiate this. Karna has a beautiful value of friendship. Do or die friendship. Do or die, don't ask why. Why I do save Duryodhana. Why I do the mission of Duryodhana. Because he believed the value of friendship. But where is it applied? It is applied in companionship with a guy who is not having any value, whose mission is also, whose purpose is also not valuable. The purpose itself is not a naive purpose, isn't it? So there it is applied, and he also had to kind of get defamed because of this. Okay, let me come back to the Harvard study. What it says, there are two types of companies. One is good company managed well. Another one is a company that is not being managed well. So there are two pyramids. The article speaks about two pyramids. So one pyramid speaks about boss first. Yes, boss. Whether boss is right or wrong, he is right for long, and continue. No questions asked. Easy, no sir. You would have seen some people like that in your team as well. Yes, boss. Yeah, and the second guy, second is he. The priority for me is yes, boss. And second is I am protected because I am yes, boss. He takes care of me. I scratch you, you scratch me. I raise you, praise you, and then you take care of me. And the third is the team, because team has to work like slaves. Because they are executing the mission of these two folks. Isn't it? And the fourth is customer. Customer has gone behind. And then fifth is the organization's vision and mission. Okay? So this is the pyramid, which is a short formula to fail. In the inverse pyramid, put the organization vision and mission first. Because organization is a brainchild of somebody who has thought, very deep and invested a lot of money in it. A lot of research was done. And then the vision has to be top. Like Mahatma Gandhi said, customer first, I put the organization and mission first. Because the organization existed, so the customer has come. And then the customer, then the team, because team is in my mission. If I say that, guys, we have to do 100 crore turnover this month. So who is doing it? The team is doing it. So we need to be putting the team and then the self, because I need to manage the team as a leader, and the team needs to manage the customer for getting the business to the organization. And the last is the boss, because he needs to take care of me because I am in his mission. If you have this kind of a pyramid structure of thought process, then certainly it is a sure shot formula for the organization. So apparently you need to understand the guy with values, and then you need to look at what sort of people he's associating with, and what sort of purpose is applying this value and his skill set. So ultimately, good or bad. It is a choice of individual. You cannot choose what he chooses, but you can choose a guy with good values who fights for a good purpose. So, so I think red flag has come. So great. So I think the leadership with values is very, very important, not just for driving people, but also drive business, but also drive your personal and professional lives with a lot of contentment. And that needs a lot of courage and conviction that let the whole world fall, but then I'll stick to what I believed in. I think that's what, if you carry, if you inculcate that kind of a mindset, then I'm sure everybody is a leader in life, irrespective of what role he plays, which position he is in. Please identify, introspecting into yourself, what is that one single value that I'm going to follow through all my life, and then I'm sure you will see the change. The people around you will see the change, and you'll definitely get valued in the society, not just in personal and professional life, but also in the society. All the best, and thank you. Since if you had, yes.
Mercedes journey.
So if you look at the Mercedes, means let's look at Mercedes. The purpose of Mercedes is to innovate. Means whether you are in 20 as an executive, 30 as an assistant manager, 40 as a CEO, 50 as a consultant, whichever role, your continuous learning is important. See, all that qualifications that I have acquired have been while I was working. Even now, I just completed my LLB. So I just finished my LLB exams last month. So 6th semester. So I will be, and I have plans to do, pursue post graduation also in law. It is just that as you keep moving, you keep learning and keep growing. Learning and earning should go simultaneously. Yes, Gopal.
Yeah, so thank you for the wonderful speech. So my question was, so towards your journey, in your journey towards leadership, you're generally in the righteous path, or you have set your path yourself. So at moments of self-introspection, there will be times when you feel that you are wavering or faltering somewhere. So there are certain people who kind of play jack of all trades but master of none. So what is your advice to such people who are still looking for that path and looking for the direction towards that position?
So as per the constitution, 21-year-old person is mature. He is independent to take decisions. So I always tell you have a clarity of thought, 0 or 1. It cannot be none other than binary. So if you have a clear thought that I am taking up this thing because of XYZ reasons, let there be anything. If you believe in it, you relieve others from conversing on that. You keep doing what you believe in. I think that 0-1 context is missing in India because of a lot of interferences. See, if you look at in West, the people take up music, people take up dance, people take up yoga, whatever that they believe in, they take up and they pursue that, whether money is coming, job is there or not, they pursue that because they have that freedom of taking up what they like as passion. But here we have, anybody can come and advise us. So rather than pleasing everybody, just please yourself, and that's what is to be wise than otherwise. So you need to have a clarity of thought. It's all over the head or it's all inside?
It's all
Mulling over it.
for us engineers, it's all over it.
Okay.
No, it is very,
So it was very clear.
it is very
Our brains are flooded with all the information. There are no space left for any questions there.
Yes,
Huh?
we will come back with the
Yeah.
questions later.
Later.
I have noted few.
Yeah, she would mull over it for the next 2 months.
No,
I
I will come
have
back.
a
We'll
personal
come back.
appointment with her tomorrow.
Ah,
So
yeah.
she'll come back with.
You're joining the club, right? So we have questions for you.
Thank you so much.
2 months, Malik?
Not too much.
3 months.
As you grew up in that corporate world, did you lose any of your close friends? How?
I have actually, as I grew, I made more friends.
So
See,
whoever
as
was
you degrow, your friends will be out. As you grow, the friends will be in.
So
Isn't it?
as I see, there are many people that when they grow up in that, they tend to forget their old friends or something.
Yeah.
What happens with you?
See, I have learned the art of give and forgive, get and forget. So basically, you have to be inclusive. You know, the Toastmaster Club is a standing example for all of us. You be from any background, you're included into the club if you have the mission of conquering your fear of public speaking. Similarly, if you want to grow, you don't have to deny anybody. You don't have to be arguing with anybody. See, I follow a principle called you are right, I am also right.
Yeah. Agree to.
You're right, I'm also right, and move on. So no question of losing people. So you just have to withdraw yourself from the conversation rather than when before it turns into argument. And that's when you have more people with you, and you'll definitely be not pleasing everybody, but you'll be able to maneuver your way through to get the objective. I follow one principle, which our earlier companies MD used to tell, Ranga. If you are getting into a meeting, you should only get into when you are having the decision in your favor. You should do everything possible before you step inside the meeting that the decision is in your favor. And then onwards, I never had a missed strike, 100% strike rate in sales. Whichever customer, whatever is the competition, I follow this.
Hearing you, he just decided to join you.
So great. Yes, ma'am, please.
So has there ever been a moment in your career where you had a clash between a personal value and something that's good for business?
Of course, every day. Every day it happens. Every day it happens. There's no perfect day. Imperfection is new perfection. Imperfection is new perfection.
How do you handle such situations?
So, see, strategy, anybody can define strategy. I think Ami can define strategy. So, this is the first question our IM professor has asked us.
You have to say before you raise the bar.
Planning a job aside.
That's planning, right?
Way how to attack and get things done. So ways how to attack.
Even that is some sort of in an action plan. What is strategy? Strategy, can anybody define? You have an answer coming. Your way.
Short process to achieve something.
To see that the end is met.
And the strategy is to read the other side of the fence better and then make your part.
No, that is reading others.
Process.
Process is process.
Have multiple paths for your goal.
It's short failure. Then, see, this is a small group. We have a 250 member group. Nobody answered correct. You don't have to feel bad. A lot of people from FMCG, lifestyle, luxury white goods, retail, army, government, political, nobody has answered. Only professor knows the answer.
It's probably like having a plan A and plan B, which is always in your favor, or it's
No.
a win-win favor.
Knowing your next 2-3 moves, like what you're gonna do next, and next.
That is prediction. Right?
I mean,
Have a goal and
yeah, plan
to achieve.
accordingly.
That's what I do.
Plan to achieve.
The end shall justify the
Yeah.
means. The means have a long planning session, you go through discussions and everything. If the
What
end
happens
is-
in the discussion?
Can it be
There are
that
many-
you didn't make the decision at the moment which you encounter?
That's decision. Right?
Is it a reverse engineering?
That's engineering.
Yes.
So what is that?
I think he knows the answer.
I don't know. Great strategies to reach your goal. That's what I want to do.
So basically,
Get
for you
everybody
and
on
I
your
to
side.
convince people.
I mean, to
Okay,
get
see,
everybody
when you
on
want
your
to
side.
convince, when you want to achieve what you think is right, what is the guarantee that what you think is right only?
Everything is right. You said he just said that whatever he says is right, and you're also right.
So
everything is
that's
right.
what our question is. If you have a disagreement of a plan getting misplaced because of your vision being
Now,
different than
we'll
others,
have a disagreement. when you say what he says is right, what you say you're also right, so both of you are right. So where is the question of a disagreement?
So we need to say, I am right, you are also right, but there is something else. So I'll tell strategy is defined like this. Identify the objective, what you want to achieve, or identify the concerning area. So whatever the disagreement is a concerning area, that's it. Or identify the opportunity which is not being explored. And second step, identify the stakeholders, direct stakeholders. In my business, it is my customer, our promoter, and then the team. In your business, it could be maybe more than 2 or 3 stakeholders who have direct gain or loss because of this objective not being met, because of this goal not being achieved, because of this concern not addressed. And then float the topic on the table. I am here, I want to be here. Do you agree? If you agree, so then you need to have a common platform to be brought. Okay, and this is a concerning area. If they don't agree, then there is no concern at all, because they are directly gaining or losing because of this. And I'm sure, suppose if the market is for say 70 cars, if you are at 40 cars, and definitely if you may not have 70 in mind, but definitely higher than 40. So by not having it, you're losing the market share, you're losing the opportunity, and giving the business on platter to the competition, right? So if you bring it onto the table of discussion with the stakeholders, and then let the discussion start, and then don't expect the outcome to be as you decide. Let the outcome, because they are the people who will be gaining or losing of it. You are one among them. Your loss is 1/5 of 5 people that you have. So if still the outcome is, not in your favor, then that's the best thing to happen. For that, suppose if you argue, if you say that this is how only it has to be done, that is when the dispute happens. That is when your mission becomes, more possessed by you than the whole scenario. So you have to be neutral there. Once you float the topic of discussion on the table and leave it for discussion, that success or failure, leave it there. There is no dispute. Thank you. We have been shown 3 or 4.
Oh, okay. I knew about alliteration. I never knew about anaphor. Anaphor is a figure of speech where you multiple times you use a word to create an overlying value proposition. That is what his talk was all about. You play with the words pretty well, actually.
Because I sell everything.
There's a rhythm to his putting out some thoughts. There's a meter to his sentence, and he got us thinking. And he said, "I said it correct." That was a little mind-boggling. Then it sets a person thinking, and I think that's what a speaker always wants to achieve. To set the mind thinking or flutter a little bit. Thank you so much for giving that invaluable thought process.
Please forgive me if it was boring for anybody. Yes. So my role should not come for anybody. Interesting. Thank you.
Thank you.
We give and forgive.
Also.
We give and forgive.
And we get and forgive.
Yes.
जी आपके क्लब के मेंबर हैं क्या?
We're getting the clear words.
Okay, great. So now we have a lady with us who came in, who was also a Rotary Club co-member. I think we knew each other pretty well, but when she came for the first time to the Toastmasters Club, I think she was a little apprehensive for the first time when she came here. But now today she's got completely comfortable here and is ready to take the flight. A businesswoman in her own right, has established herself pretty well in the Rotary clubs, and today I am sure she's going to do it in Toastmasters too at the district level. So may I now welcome our new VP membership, the most important role, to come in here for the induction of the new members. Toastmaster Prasanna Kumari. Welcome to the new role.
Fellow Toastmasters, it is now Now our duty and privilege to induct 3 new members into NITK Bhive Toastmasters Club. This is an important occasion both of these new members and for our club. These individuals have come to Toastmasters seeking to improve their communication and leadership skills. And we now
Four new
have
members. Sure.
Cheers to
It's a transfer.
have come. Okay. The individuals have come to Toastmasters seeking to improve their communication and leadership skills. And we now have an opportunity to help them learn, grow, and achieve their goals. I will now call on our new members. Please withhold your applause until they come to the dais. Ms. Tripura, Ms. Sharika, Mr. Arjun, Mr. Sunil. Ms. Tripura, Mr. Sunil, Ms. Sharada, and Mr. Arjun. You are joining a worldwide organization that has helped millions of people learn to communicate more effectively. As members of the NITK Bhive Toastmasters Club, you will benefit from a proven program of self-development. You will become part of an outstanding group of people who are dedicated to helping one another in a spirit of sharing and enjoyment. Mr. Vice President Education, have these new members been given an opportunity to discuss their needs and goals with the club? We will let us negotiate.
I'll give this after the election. Still
Ha-
not good.
Have they been told how the Toastmasters program works and informed the many benefits they receive as well as the obligations of membership? Who has been assigned as mentors for these new members?
Okay, for Tripura it is.
Yes. Tripura, it is Toastmaster Ramdas. Sunil, it is Toastmaster Santosh. Arjun, it is Toastmaster Chandrasekhar. And Miss Sarada yet to be decided.
Toastmaster Anand.
First one,
No, that we will decide. As experienced Toastmasters, you have been asked to help these new members get off to a good start. Do you accept this responsibility and pledge to share your knowledge and experience with our new members so that they can immediately begin to benefit from their Toastmasters membership?
Yes.
Membership in this club in Toastmasters International is a privilege that carries with its many rewards. Yet it also places certain obligations upon you. We are a group of people brought together to do things we could not accomplish alone. Our collective obligation is to grow and improve ourselves and to share our knowledge and experience with the fellow members in a spirit of enjoyment. This means you must work diligently towards your own self-development, evaluate others' speeches in a spirit of support and sharing, assist the club in reaching its goals and remain positive. We ask you, our new members, to dedicate yourselves to personal growth, to share this great gift with your fellow members, and to help keep their Toastmasters Club strong and dynamic. Please affirm your membership by repeating the following words. I will say you. You can take your own names. I,
I, G.B. Arjun,
Sunil Kumar S.
I, Tripura.
in the presence of my fellow members of Nitk Bhive Toastmasters Club,
in the presence of my fellow members of the Nitk Bhive Toastmasters Club,
make this firm obligation
make this firm obligation
to attend meetings regularly
to attend meetings regularly
and prepare fully for
and prepare fully for
each assignment to apply
each assignment to apply
myself
myself
to the projects outlined
to the projects outlined
in the Toastmasters
in the Toastmasters
education program
education program,
to participate actively
to participate actively
in club activities,
in club activities,
to evaluate others
to evaluate others
in a positive,
in a positive,
constructive manner,
constructive manner,
to build open, friendly relationships
friendly relationships
with my fellow members,
with my fellow members,
and to bring
and to bring
other new members
other new members
into the club
into the club
so that
so that
they can also gain the benefits of
they can also gain the benefits of
Toastmaster.
Toastmasters.
Can I ask all the club members to stand up? Please repeat our club's pledge to our new members. Members of Nitk Bhive Toastmasters Club
Members of Nitk Toastmasters Club
pledge to support you
pledge to support you
in your quest for self-development,
in your quest for self-development,
to provide
you with positive,
helpful
helpful
evaluations,
evaluations,
to maintain a friendly, supportive atmosphere,
supportive atmosphere,
to give you opportunities to help others,
opportunities to help others,
and to make your Toastmasters membership
and make your Toastmasters membership
a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
a rewarding and fulfilling experience.
Let us applaud for the new members. Opportunity to welcome all four of you to Toastmasters Nitk Bhive Toastmasters Club, and hereafter you will be calling us Toastmaster Arjun, Toastmaster Sharada, Toastmaster Tripura, and Toastmaster Sunil. Thank you. Thank you. Over to you. Toastmasters. Well done. Two or three. Before the tea. Two or three. Now, before the tea.
So, the icing on the cake in a Toastmasters evening is the fun part of it. The rest of it is very serious. But before that, as because we have got dignitaries from the district, I would invite Toastmaster Manu, our division director, come and say a few words, please.
Thank you so much for having me on stage. Told you I wouldn't be taking lots this time, but thank you for having me. And I've been to the Nitk Bhive Toastmasters Club I think a few times before this meeting as well. And I've got to interact with the most few people here, and I see a lot of experience that you bring in to entire division and the district as a whole. Let us hope for an amazing program here. All of us support each other and grow. It is a pleasure to be working and interacting with all of you. I wish all the very best new executive committee of Nitk Bhive Toastmasters Club led by Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, and wishing you all the very best for your term. And it will be a pleasure to work with all of you, and back to you.
Thank you. May I request Neha to come and give her thoughts?
visited NITK Bhive a couple of times. And it's just so lovely to see the kind of experience that this club brings in. I think I am the youngest standing here, or rather, I would like to be I'm the youngest standing here. So I'd like to support this club in whatever way I can, and looking forward to learn a lot from each and every member of this club. And before I take my seat, I would request the new EXCOM members to please register for the PFI as soon as possible. Yeah, wishing you all the very best, wishing the new EXCOM all the very best and the club to soar to new heights. Thank you.
Neha, only the looks are old, but we are Thank you.
Yes, indeed, everybody is young at heart.
With the thought process.
That was an instant retaliation.
No, we are all 20 with 30 years of
Experience.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. So now we have two new members of the club who will take us to a riot of laugh. I hope so. A lot of laughter. And may I invite Gopaya and Nimisha, both of you, right, are going to take this. You're going to start? Come along. Please explain the whole game.
Toastmasters and guests.
Good evening.
Lovely. That's a lovely way to welcome our new EXCOM team with so much energy. Thank you very much. So in Toastmasters, all of you are aware that we generally have a lot of fun, especially during table topics. So today we are going to do a very quick table topic session, and we will present it with a little bit of a twist to add more fun to it. So to take you through what that twist is, we have someone who's our club's trendsetter, be it his music stuff or the aesthetic posters he's been creating. So let's all please welcome our club's newly crowned BPPR Toastmaster Open.
Thank you, Nimisha, for that wonderful introduction. Welcome you all to Nitk Bhive. So we know what table topics are. We have some new guests, and you will experience table topics in a new way today, in a new form. But let's not make it the usual table topics. So we initially thought that we will follow the names, we'll pick out some chits, follow the names, and then ask you to pick out the topics. But we'll give it a little twist today. It will be the same table topics, it will be the same questions, but it will be a musical table topic session. So the rules is that we have a prop. That's a bad music. We have the prop today, and I will start passing the prop, and you start passing it to the next person. I will be looking the other way around, and I'll be playing the music. The moment the music stops, whoever has this prop will have to walk up to the dais, pick up a topic, and speak about the topic. All with me?
Yep. Yes.
Fun?
Yes.
Any doubts?
When the music stops,
Then
you
you
pick
have
up the bird.
The person who has the prop has to come to the stage and speak on the topic.
Which topic? Topic you will give?
Probably we can
Topics are here.
Ready.
stand wherever we are in class.
Oh yeah.
We
Yes.
can put in one or two, a couple
Some-
more topics.
So everybody
Sure.
gets some chance.
Alright, so for the benefit of Sanjay, once more quickly, the same table topics but with a musical round.
What benefit?
So,
Speak
so
in
we have props that will be passed around.
Yeah.
Prop.
Yeah, so that's being passed around to everyone, and you'll have to pass to the next person. I'll be looking around and playing the music. The moment the music stops, whoever has the prop has to speak on the table topic. Okay? So you can sit there and hand it over to Steve whenever it comes to it. Okay?
This is basically that play enough you used to play in kids.
But in a different twist.
Alright, without further
With a
ado,
twist.
let's start the game. I'll start it from here.
Yeah, with a twist.
You want me to start the music? You can start passing it.
Live music.
Take the pouch.
Oh, you were calling this as a
Pass
pouch?
on the pouch to Neha.
Prop.
Not parcel.
Was that a strategy?
What's a prop?
Prop.
Prop.
Alright, friends, let's please continue with this fun. So, Toastmaster Neha, if you had a chance to cook for Aishwarya Rai for a day, what will you cook?
She's a diet.
We don't know what she likes.
Please allow us to answer. Let's please wait for her response. Friends, let's please wait for her response.
Cooking to me does not come naturally. Cooking to me takes in a lot of effort. Like for me, previous night mentally prepared. This is what I'm gonna have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And now cooking for Aishwarya Rai, maybe.
She's a Hyderabad.
Oh yeah, Hyderabadi aloo.
Mangalore.
Friends, can I please request no cross talks because she has 1 minute up to 2 minutes.
So I think I have to cook for her, then probably first chance, one and only chance I'll get to meet her. So ask her about her secret ingredients, the recipes, take tips and tricks for her to lead a healthy lifestyle. What does she do? And then probably make whatever she does on a day-to-day basis to keep herself so beautiful, so healthy, so well maintained. Yeah, so that'll be like a win-win situation for both of us. Learn something from her and then probably help her have that all her needs that day.
She's a diet.
No, she'll be on diet. That's like a difficult meal to make.
Alright, let's continue. No cross talks, please.
No, you have to hold. This way, Jay.
Okay.
You have to hold it till the music
Music starts.
3, 2, 1.
Now she is finished.
Go.
She gets a second chance.
Prasanna.
Prasanna.
Yeah, it's
Is it
Prasanna.
talking to you?
Yes,
Okay.
Prasanna.
Okay. Prasanna.
Alright, Toastmaster Prasanna, I know weekly membership. If you were Ambani for a day, what would you do?
That matters a lot. That matters a lot.
Not
Alright, please.
Why?
2 minutes only, so.
If I became Ambani for a day, then I would like to, since they live in Mumbai, I like to go around to the, Chawls people who are living there and to utilize the money which I can utilize for a day to help them in whichever way I can. In that hours, maybe it is for hours, you have given me the opportunity to be Ambani. So I will do the best for the people who live in Dharavi. That kind of what help they require, what is the medical facility, I can do it like this for in a day. I'll do that, and the food, how can I help them in whichever manner? If I can bring the kids to the school, if I can help them to, find some place and create some schools for them, all those things I would like to do. That is what coming into my mind. Nothing else is coming.
Why not Kohliwadi?
I don't know. I'm not well aware of Mumbai.
True Rotarian. Yeah, Rotary. What an opportunity. Don't leave it. There you go.
I think it's very strategically planned. Just thought about strategy today. Okay.
So we need to
Our
set
division
it separate.
director, Toastmaster Manu.
We already got it.
It's done.
If you won a lottery of 1 crore tomorrow,
Okay.
what would you do with it?
Buy a Mercedes from
Buy a Benz. Right here. Right here.
See, Ranga, I'm kind of helping you in work.
Yes, quite. Second is raising his hand. I want some money.
I invest. I need that money for investment.
Okay.
We will get three messages.
That's great.
No, not even one.
If I won 1 crore rupees in a lottery, so this is quite something to think about. Very big numbers for me. I think first thing I would do is come to Nitk Bhive Toastmasters Club. Sponsors everybody membership for one program. And
Hardly that's a pittance.
okay, and then probably buy all of them some good gifts. So that and also next time I will make it a point that I drive the table topic master not to give me a table topic. Right? Not gonna happen. I think ma'am's price is higher than 1 crore. Right? What would I do with 1 crore rupees? So this is something I really should, I think, give a thought about. Something that tabletop masters have definitely put in my mind. Okay. Reach out to him for Mercedes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go for Mercedes.
You get one.
You can
get
try
a lot
your
of
best.
discount.
So
You'll get
There's
discount.
lots of change also. Let's go.
If you said yes today, you'll get it within 1 crore. Tomorrow it increases.
Okay, so I think I'll make that not to forget. I'll ensure to get that and not to forget it. And I'll reach out to you sometime soon, maybe. Discounts. Any discounts for Toastmasters?
Membership free. Membership free.
I would definitely put it into some personal investments for me that might give good returns in the future, and then few personal investments like Toastmasters that we are all sitting here for, and definitely help around people with me and plan a big division event that we can all attend, and I think that is what I would do with the money. Thank you so much, and back to you.
Let's do one more and then.
Toastmaster Anand. Could you please?
We are Rotarian, and 1 crore is not sufficient for me.
You said $1 million.
8.9 crores.
10 lakhs.
So Toastmaster Anand, if you had a chance to spend one day with Amitabh Bachchan, what would you?
One day with Amitabh Bachchan. Maybe relive the Sholay. Take him out with Ambani. Call Ambani and probably spend a day on the yacht. And with Amitabh Bachchan as my buddy, maybe Gavaskar can come in too, and Tendulkar will also come in too. With so many nice fellows with me, probably a private yacht and a private party. Probably that's not enough. Maybe
Go host KBC.
go host. No, you lose money there. Probably hop on and go to Seychelles for a lovely scuba diving. So many people around. I'm sure maybe Prince Charles also would like to come in. And that would what Amitabh Bachchan with me will do. And last but not the least, end with Mr. Modi. And probably shake hands with him. Yeah, sky is the limit when Amitabh Bachchan is there as your friend and we're trying to go around with. I'm sure you will agree. And maybe I go to Ravi Charman's place and as an ambassador for this brand, maybe I can get a better discount with Amitabh Bachchan there.
Why are we talking about discounts?
I want to buy a Benz.
Anand, he's saying, why are you talking about discounts? He's going to give you like that.
Oh, probably that's even better.
Charge premium if Amitabh Bachchan comes.
So that will be a free Mercedes, yeah.
Premium.
I think sky is the limit. There is no place that you can't do, you can't go. There is nothing that you can't do. So much. And probably KBC will like my answer.
So 1 million rupees is how much? 1 million is how much? 10 lakhs. Right? So how much did you say?
I said $1 million.
Dollars.
Dollars.
Right?
Yeah.
So when I said 1 million rupees is 10 lakhs. Right? So I was right. I didn't talk in dollar
I think
terms.
you should call Sanjay
I said
to
$1
speak
million
on the table
is
talk.
8.3 crores.
I think I should call you to speak on the table talk.
Say again.
I think I should call you here to speak on the table talk.
Sanjay, what you mean to say is if it's 10 lakh rupees, it's.
Alright, thank you everyone and
1
hope you
million.
have fun. Call again.
1 million is 10 lakhs rupees.
Okay, 1 million, 10 lakhs, $1 million. We had a $1 million evening today,
Yeah.
right? We enjoyed it, which was, I hope we all have a lot of things to take back. And when you have such a big crowd, even observing people itself is learning. Yeah, but provided we have a pension for that, that's the point. But I enjoyed my role as a Toastmaster of the day this evening. Wonderful talk. Wonderful to have all of you new members into the fold. Welcome to the club. And may I now call our presiding officer, the new president. Let me hand it over to you.
Hope you have enjoyed all this new ESCOM team and the program which was organized tonight. I can see a lot of smiling faces of our past president, immediate past president, and I wish him all the best. Let him take rest, but not rest from participating in the club activities. And I'm sure I also extend my warm welcome to all the new. I'm sure your journey is going to be quite helpful for your personal and professional growth, and you will be able to do really great in your professions and also as individual in your personal life. With this, I would like to declare this meeting 220th meeting adjourned. Thank you very much.
There is cake. There is cake. Everyone, please wait. Cake लाया है. And please,
Samosa party.
guys, please sign up for next week. I still haven't had the agenda ready.